part of your ClubHosting website package for everyone who's a paying customer, not just the custom setup individuals, includes a domain name server hosting. What this is we will handle the name servers for you, point traffic to our website for your domain, and then also we give you free email forwarders and a free email account that you can set up on your own. So you need to fill out this form, which tells us what your club domain is, what your email address and passwords are going to be, if you use an email forwarder or not, and then submit it. Then once you submit it, you need to go to your name server registrar, you need to go to your domain name registrar and then update your name servers to point to these ones listed here, as well as we also email it to you when you submit the form. But you tell your registrar that, hey, update the name servers to ns1.inanocean.com, ns2.inanocean.com. They'll update your name servers. Then once we set it up on our end, you'll have traffic forwarding to your new club-hosted website properly. Now, I'm going to explain a little bit about registration and then as well as the email forward. So stay tuned if you're interested. Otherwise, feel free to go ahead and fill out the form and submit the request and follow the instructions. Now, about registration, you need to have your domain name registered somewhere. We're not a registrar, we're not legally licensed to be a registrar, and we have no interest in reselling registration services. So that means you need to have your domain name registered somewhere. Now, your existing host may have been a reseller for a domain name registrar, which is pretty common. So that means it's fine to leave your domain name registered with them. However, you need to make sure you're not paying too much. It should only cost you about $10 to $15 a year. And if you leave your domain name with them, you need to make sure that when you cancel your standard web hosting package, that's not going to cancel the domain name registration. So if you do leave it with them, make sure your Whois records are updated correctly, that the organization on the Whois, which is the Whois means is who owns this domain. You want to make sure that your club is listed on the Whois properly, so that if you ever have any problems down the line to transfer legally, your club's listed as a person owning the domain, not an individual in your club. So you want to make sure the organization on the Whois record of the owner reflects your club or organization name. So the other thing is that you want to make sure the admin contacts are emails that officers typically have access to. So it's a bad idea to use your personal email as an admin contact. It's better to have a club public email account, such as like yourclubname.gmail.com. So that way, if email is sent to the admin for a password change for your domain name registrar, you're able to get that. And then if you are the officer now, you're going to be able to hand that email address off to the next set of officers down the line. So now on to the email forwards option. That's pretty self-explanatory. Email forwards are just forwarding accounts for your domain name. So if you want to email forward for president@yourclubname.com and have it forward to nick@gmail.com, that's where you would fill out the email forward request. If you currently have mail under your domain name, you would just tell us to set up a catch-all for you until everything's set up properly, and then you can log in later on and change it. We do give you cPanel access, which allows you to set up your own forwards and change them at any time, as well as set up your own email accounts where you can actually send email from the account, either using our webmail client or Outlook or whatever your favorite mail client is. Now, we don't support setup requests for that. You're just going to have to follow the instructions given to you inside cPanel, as well as your mail program, because obviously we can't support Microsoft Outlook and things like that. But we do give you the option for free, just as another added feature at clubhosting.org. So if you have any other questions, I'd suggest jumping back, because there's really not much more we can say about it. Otherwise, sometimes it doesn't hurt to ask your registrar what's going on. How do you change a name server? that's at your registrar. Be sure to contact them. They're more than happy to help, because otherwise, if they don't help you, obviously you're just going to transfer it out. Now, domain name transfers are a bit arduous, so if you don't need to transfer your domain name because you're not paying too much, I would suggest not doing it, because it could take you weeks. But any other questions, feel free to give us a shout. Hopefully this video helped.